Film numero uno, my first one. And yeah, I am filming for my Casella. This is going to be a huge project for me this year. I'm looking forward to it. All going to plan anyway. So, I've been encouraged to film by many friends, and peer pressure isn't always bad. So here's my invitation. I'm going to invite you onto a journey. Part in my journey, some stories, an adventure, a story of discovery. I'm going to show you what I've learned through history, through the books I've read, because I am a real big bookworm, and I do have a passion. I'm a bit of a geek for books when it comes to particularly religious history. So I will go through doctrine, dogma, prayer, perspectives on God, how to articulate things, how different people articulate different thoughts, in the hope that I can show you other ways of seeing and other ways of being. Because God is bigger than our imagination and bigger than what we think we know about him. He's more mysterious, more wonderful. And I guess my encouragement would always be to stop following people and start following God for yourself. And the scary truth I think I've noticed is most religions, most church organizations, institutions, they'll say it, but they tend to encourage you to follow them instead of following Christ. So a huge scripture for me was always Paul, follow me as I follow Christ. And many pastors, many preachers I've heard speaking, they've taught it, spoke about it, but it's always been perceived as follow me as I lead and you follow behind me and you walk in my footsteps. And I think for me, as how I perceive Paul to have meant it was stand by my side, look where I am looking, and learn to follow him for yourself. So I guess speaking to a Polish friend recently, he mentioned about going to the world and make true disciples. Now, I didn't know this, but in the Polish Bible, in the Polish translation, that actually has more to do with making a lifelong learner. So are we making true disciples? Are we making lifelong learners? Or are we simply making followers? Are we simply making cults and tribes instead of people that have learned to discover God for themselves, to hear God for themselves, which is really, as a spiritual teacher, as a spiritual parent, we should really be focusing on, rather than making spiritual children, which never really grow up to fully independent spiritual parents themselves. And that will be where we're heading. It'll be fun. I will offend a few people. I will challenge a few people. I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes myself and we're going to work it all out, but it'll be an ongoing conversation. So let's have fun. We'll learn as we go. Hey, stay safe.